Hello folks, ThomFnG here and welcome back to XCOM 2 Long War of the Chosen, where from here we are literally just going to try and power through as quickly as possible. Right now I've done a roughly about 15 to 16 missions in total. I got this assault done, we've got a lot of what is it now? We've got a lot of like supply raid missions on us, which I didn't obviously figure out until maybe about 8 or 9 missions in. I was like, well, I could just change the haven orders, that way I won't be having any more supply raids, or they won't be the priority in a sense, simply because we literally have everything we ever wanted. We have the carapace armor, we've got all the weapons, we've got all the secondary weapons, so grenades and heavy weapons for the warsuits and stuff like that. So there's nothing else I really have to push for. It's really just the story mission that will literally which I literally finished yesterday. So we're basically driving on for the last 3 missions in the campaign, which I'll have to set time to get that done, because see, they can go up to like 5 hours or something depending on what it is we're going to be doing. But this one was quite a pain in the backside. Like I say, I'm just going to power through it. We got to about halfway through and we actually engaged them, I wouldn't say early on, but quite early, and they did the weird stupid thing where they just kind of clumped up all together, and I was like, oh, that was simple, that was easy. It was actually the next pack after that that got a little bit more dicey. We were facing like 2 Andromedans, but they were coming from 2 different sides, so I kind of had to make sure I had different people everywhere to cover the bases. Now the good thing is I had psionics, so I could stasis them and then deal with the other enemies. But the other enemies got pretty good shot off on the gunner, one of the 2. They went down, didn't die, but it was a rush to the end to try and find 2 drones that I could not, like, for this bizarre reason. I think I scaled the whole map and I didn't see them once, and then all of a sudden, basically pretty close to the last turn, I found them and was able to finish them off. But yes, quite squeaky bum time, gonna say the least. Here, that one tried to shoot and miss, which was lucky, like I say, because we would have lost Nugget, and that's not good. But I have loaded it all up, and like I say, last turn, so this hopefully should be it. Too much trouble now. Yeah, 2 drones. 2 drones, folks. Almost lost me a soldier. 2 drones. Yeah, that is quite unfortunate. Oh, like, very close to losing another soldier. Like I say, we've already lost 1 soldier, and to lose a gunner so late in the game would have been quite problematic. So we'll see how long they're out for. Hopefully not too long, because I actually need them.
I'm glad to see that our cooperation with the resistance factions is going so well.
32 days.
Their soldiers seem to be a big help around here.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff as well, which is great. Like I say, I can acquire more stuff. So how long are you actually out for?
Get ready for a surprise.
Now from there we got alien invasion, which we done without too much fuss. Luckily the beacon was on the left hand side for us, where we could just skirt the left hand side and engage the enemies at will, essentially. We got quite lucky in that we got the enemies, 3 or 4 enemies at the start, so they were quite easy to basically take care of. Push forward just a little bit. The great thing is that we had our Reaper, which was our Shinobi, which wasn't seen for once, which was nice. So we were able to find out where the rest of the mobs were, and we had quite a big chunky mobs. You had like gatekeepers, a couple of officers, a couple of commandos, 1 or 2 shield bearers, and a pyro. When that was done, it was easy from there. The good thing is though, is that we were able to get to the beacon before essentially the first wave came in. So I used a jammer to basically delay that by another turn. So we were able to get the beacon down before the reinforcements came in, which was nice. And then from there, we were, you know, before. At that point, it's hopefully you try and engage them before they basically kill all the Haven resistance operatives. So overall, quite nice, quite a good mission actually. If we could only have more of them in the future, that would be quite nice. But overall, I was happy how that managed to take place. So close. Good. Should be able to finish them off without a problemo.
One down, thousands to go.
Okay. Well, good.
There you go.
Well, good at the end. But
1-5 status confirmed. We're not picking up any additional contacts. The AO is clear. Status confirmed.
Nice.
Mission accomplished.
nice. Yeah, good turns though. Like I say, I was very fast to get in there, which was nice. Like I say again, I don't know why sometimes the enemies are very, very intelligent, but this time they weren't. They just clumped into a big ball right at the start, and I was like, oh, okay then, I'll take care of that. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Like I say, a little unfortunate for the end in getting hit, but it's what it is, I suppose. It's what it is.
20 years of peace and prosperity will not be undone by the reckless actions of a few misguided dissidents today. We stand with the elders, trust in their wisdom, and we shall overcome this crisis.
Overcome this crisis. 100% on the shots though. Which I don't understand because I'm pretty sure I did miss
If we keep this up, the aliens don't stand a chance.
the
Commander.
active shots, possibly. It's a bit unfortunate, but you're just a master sergeant, so that's good though. Okay. So from that invasion mission, we literally had 2 or 3 faceless missions basically just back to back, which was quite unusual. They were quite simple. We did lose 2 to 3 Haven advisors, 2 on one mission and 1 on the last mission that we done for them. Again, because we're near endgame, I wasn't really pushing too much for that because, like I say, we're just pushing for the story missions, and the next story mission that popped up was the Codex Brain. So we were fortunate enough again. We kind of hugged the left hand side of the map and we could see the first basically engagement that I was basically going for. So that's where I'll cut it off here and we'll just continue on with that mission. Right. Out.
Active le détraquage.
Out for me, my beauty.
Entrée libre.
Out for me and do my bidding.
Closing on target position now.
You move it.
Absolutely. We're busted.
Oh, so he didn't that one didn't engage. Okay, that's fine. Alright. Boop, boop.
Okay, so I got one.
So I got one. Certainly did. Let's see. I think there's anything over there, so.
I can handle that. Overwatch. Come get some.
We know there's a engineer up here, so. Just to be sure.
Non-evade detection.
Probably have to do it in the next turn, actually.
Scanning.
Roger, I've got my eyes on.
Oh, kill it. Stop. Stop.
Didn't do much. Captain would serve our purposes nicely, if it can be disabled.
Okay.
I found something.
Thanks.
What did you expect? I must improve.
Hey, Coxie. Finish time off. Right, so the mission is Operation Stasis. Operation Stasis. Cannot see this person.
Not a problem.
Not a problem. So, yeah, we know we've got to get out, so I may as well plant this here.
Menace requesting
I
evac.
want to make sure I get that.
This is Firebrand. Evac request confirmed. Hold tight.
This is on officer.
Shields up.
Think I could be able to get that rocketeer as well. You know what? I've gone for. I've gone for.
Let me in.
Why not, eh? Yeah. Nice. Alright, well, at least we've got groovy little things here. Okay, I'll take that. That means I can move up. Really move up here.
Bien sûr, je bouge.
Try and find the others now.
I'm on the move.
There we go. Alright, well, we know where they are. I'll just have to engage them, I think, about. Yeah, tell me how long I'm with you. 3 turns.
Got it. Moving. I take a new approach.
This reminds me of one of the
Launch order confirmed.
the bonus missions. We got the what do you call it now?
Je couvre la zone.
Missions where you had like progression of something and then it got to the end. Those missions, yeah. Yeah, I'm smart. Alright, skill jack. Slap this guy. 70%, no, that's quite poor.
Ça va piquer, juste un peu.
In the jaw.
We have complete access to the Advent Psionic Network. I have dedicated our systems to processing the new data, but we will need to work fast. It is only a matter of time before they detect our intrusion.
Almost instant. Almost instant.
Un jeu d'enfant.
I like to say it's an instant kill as well, which is nice.
Vous voulez que je mette ça où?
Commander, that appears to be the Codex responsible for safeguarding the alien data stores. We'll have to neutralize it if we intend to recover the data. Understood.
Don't you worry.
Weapons hot. We've got our target.
Got my target. Got my target. Yes, I do. Okay. Come on. Did I hit you?
Adjusting sights.
Okay. Well, that's great. I actually missed you. Right, okay, so it looks like we'll probably just have to
Whatever you say.
put you in your place.
Shielded from enemy fire.
What we'll do is we'll push the other ones as well. I've got that, so kill you need problems.
On my way. Sure thing.
Affirmative. Moving out.
Can't see there. Alright. There we go. I'm looking for it.
Commander, we have confirmation of the exposed access point.
Overwatch.
Got it covered. It is under my watch.
I'm on it.
Moving to Overwatch.
Can you get me, big guy?
Barely a hit.
Oh my god.
I must focus my strike. Shot wide.
Oh. Okay. Not expecting that. Good. Okay, that's good. Alright, so of that as well. Take my armor off of that. I'd like to do that first, but taking some damage for you because you've got salvo. And then I can still move and really? Really? Okay, that's great. It's a wee bit annoying. Had it. There. There we go. Yes, I am alright with that. Gonna die anyway, so. Oh, nice. I don't have to deal with you then. Boys. Okay, okay. Alright.
Getting in close. Heading out.
Rapido.
Not much of a hit.
Yep. Just as well, like I said, just as well I took the two
Excellent work, Commander.
people in that one.
It appears some physical remnant of the Codex was left behind when it dissipated. Hopefully, it will provide some insight into the aliens' ongoing plans.
Overall. I think I'm gonna just laser you, so fire on.
Absolutely. There is no escape.
Makes damage though. 20, alright. I have to start moving with you lot. Oh, 8 damage.
I'm going.
I'm down. Okay. What do you say, boss?
Your body grows weak.
Whatever you say. Yeah, because I'm never going to actually hit the things, I'm just going to stay up here and
You know that was good.
get the shots. Yeah. You see that there as well, and
D'accord. Eyes on the prize. Vigilance. Ça aurait pu être bien pire.
that's impressive. That's impressive. Okay, I did not expect them to do that. Alright, well. And yes, folks, that certainly was impressive. You kind of always forget that they will take these cheeky shots, and they will hit, which is quite unfortunate. But like I say, we kind of made up on essentially the flawless missions with the supply raids that we got done, and kind of close to invasions. But like I say, overall, from here we had, I'm going to say about 8 or so missions or something like that, or probably even more than that. 6 of them was like flawless missions, but again, they were before I started changing everybody back into the havens, either doing either supply recruits or intel supplies. That way we can always have some supplies that coming in, and intel's always good for if we do have ourselves a little pickle for a mission and we can boost it up. So essentially we have that if we need it. Now by doing that, it means we had a lot of missions come in, but obviously you were unable to get them done. Essentially, you know,
Ouais, j'y vais.
I think the average time you basically infiltrate was like 3 days, and you're never going to get a troop anywhere close to that to get them done. So I was quite happy that I did it early on. Well, I wouldn't say early on, but I'm quite happy that I changed everybody in the Haven to kind of those degrees. Because like I say, we were just going for the story missions. That was the only thing on my mind. Yeah, I mean, overall, it worked out in the end, so I'm quite happy with that. But again, a lot of learning for the next time I'm doing this to basically get up to that standard where I don't make those little mistakes, essentially. So I think if I'm doing it this next time around, eventually, generally the way I would do it, if I'm doing like the single shinobi missions, I would wait till quite late into the end game before I just send just a single person on those missions, because I'm wasting quite valuable experience for not having them done. That was more so when I was trying to get rid of the chosen. That almost proved quite decisive, to be honest with you. So I'll have to remember that the next time going around it. When it comes to the shinobi missions, try and get like a full squad onto them. Simply because the one thing it kind of mucks you around is you don't have the soldiers to basically infiltrate the chosen to get their strongholds. So it's a lesson well learned, which I'm happy with, but it's something I'll have to dig into my mind for the next time around. So again, I'm just going to fast forward right to the end here. Like I say, just a single Archon to go. Killed that, then got the intel from the computer, and then got out. Simple as that. So happy chappy. Sure, that should have been the next turn after here. That should have procced, but oh well. Yeah, sniper wasn't good in that one actually. Didn't have the aim apparently.
Firebrand is returning to base.
Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
Whoop. Cool. Yeah, it's just a shame again we got that one hit through the car.
According to Advent officials, recent attacks by dissident elements operating outside of the city centers have done little to slow the progress of Advent's ongoing development or outreach program.
Outreach program. Right, hack that brain, it blows up the thing, then we get another one and blows up the brain and blah 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 blah.
Our friend from the Resistance is becoming one of our most trusted veterans. It's a testament to our cause.
Commander, please thank our troops for completing what was surely a difficult task in acquiring the Codex brain. We'll begin work on it as soon as possible.
New objective
Basically means now.
With the Shadow Chamber fully operational, we can use its advanced decryption capabilities to analyze the Codex artifact
On it.
recovered by our forces.
On it. Alright.
Impressive work, Commander. The death of this creature and the subsequent recovery of its brain could prove to be a substantial setback for the aliens' work on the Avatar project.
Commander, we're making progress piecing this thing back together, but it hasn't been pretty.
Our soldiers completely disabled this unit in the field. What we're hearing is merely a byproduct of electrical impulses. I assure you, it is well past the point of feeling pain.
I'll take your word for it, Doctor.
I'm sending you a new sequence now.
These are coordinates. Return coordinates. Think we've got a point of origin. Well, part of one.
Something else. Something underneath.
One more.
The unit is attempting to block further access.
That's not all it's doing. I'm losing the data we've already decrypted.
All there. Just one more adjustment.
Forget the data. It's accessing the power core, overriding my safety, increasing power levels to tie and sever the connection.
Some sort of fail-safe protocol, I imagine. The Codex must have intentionally overloaded the interface to prevent any further theft of information. Still, I believe I was one step ahead of it.
That's an enormous amount of data.
Yes, and I expect it may take some time to decipher.
Better get started. I don't think we're gonna be able to do that again.
I'll proceed with the necessary research and preparation. With your approval, of course, Commander. I'd also suggest we look into those coordinates.
That's if I could reconstruct the data we lost in the transfer. I just hope it was worth it.
New objective added.
Decryption.
We're making progress, Commander. I've updated our objectives based on the latest findings.
In the field, the Codex appears as an anomalous form in an almost constant state of flux, seemingly only present in our world for milliseconds at a time. However, it was apparently not immune to the effects of conventional weaponry, having dissipated before leaving behind this object.
Yes, object. Yep. Nice. Okay.
New objective added.
Commander, I've updated our current objectives based on the most recent findings. I've marked the location Shen pulled from the Codex, Commander. It's a remote region, out in the woods away from any populated areas.
Alright.
We'll need to contact the local resistance forces if we want to get a closer look.
That's good then. So yes, that is very good, folks. That is very good. So the Shadow Chamber basically does what it does best, and this is where I kind of figured out, you know, in order for me to stop getting these supply missions, or supply raid missions, I basically had to change quite a lot of the Haven advisors around. Again, I was either going for intel supplies or supplies intel. That way I could always have supplies just in case I need to buy anything, and intel is always good to boost any other things up. The good thing is, because I've got instant contact with the areas, if I need to do anything like that, it's easy to get there. But like I say, it's just pushing for the end game now. So I basically got a squad together for this mission, and I kind of wasted like 10 days essentially doing it, because I forgot I need to hack a codex to get the avatar. So I wasted 10 days on that, and because of that we got more missions kind of pop up again. Those were the supply missions, because once you change your Haven advisors, it takes I think about 45 days for it to change over to the new management essentially. So these missions kind of snuck in, but the good thing was we had people in it that wasn't going to be too dangerous, and because our silence are so strong, essentially most of the time I can just basically grab any opponent I want, and it basically saves our bacon, because they can just be the cannon fodder, and I can just kill everything else with the people that we have backups essentially, which is quite nice. But yeah, I did waste quite a lot of time on that mission, simply because I forgot to give the specialist a skulljack. So yes, I'll have to remember that for the next time around. So I'm going to leave you here, folks. Like I say, what I'll do is I'll just skip it to that Codex mission that we're going into, because it's like I say, most of the time it was literally just baseless missions, or it was the supply raid missions, and they weren't easy, but they were predictable, put it that way, so you're not missing much. So until then, folks, it's been ThomFnG. As always, practice makes perfect, and I'll see you in the next one.